Okay, again on my channel, on my podcast, on my page, right? Current news, current affairs that are happening in Bulawayo City, Bulawayo Town. Yes, you saw the video topic, you saw the video title that goes by the statement massive corruption, heavy corruption that is taking place in Bulawayo. Okay, let me delve straight into it. Let me go straight into this matter. From the way I saw the news when I was reading and studying, browsing the internet, browsing the news. Okay, this is how it goes. Bulawayo City Council is saying that there are businesses, there are stores, there are shops, sports bars, nightclubs, taverns, bottle stores that are operating in Bulawayo CBD, Bulawayo Central Business District, and by extension, some are even operating in the residential areas, the places where people are residing, where people are staying in Bulawayo, maybe Mpumula or Mkokoba or Mzilikazi or Lobenkula or Mzingwane or Makokoba or Mpopoma, these residential areas. So there are businesses that are operating there. But this is the issue, or rather, this is the problem. Some of those businesses or establishments or business enterprises, they don't have a license. They don't have a valid license. They don't have a valid permit, a valid business license, valid business permit, a valid business documentation, or valid business papers that allow them to properly and legally operate as a business, as a business entity, as a business organization, or as a business company. This can be a supermarket, a tavern, a bottle store, a sports bar, a nightclub, a shop, a store, whatever kind of a business, whatever type of a business, but as long a business in Bulawayo City, Bulawayo Town. So for a long time, the BCC, Bulawayo City Council, have been sending what they call enforcement officers, enforcement officials, these men, these women, enforcement officers, to go to such businesses or to identify such businesses in Bulawayo CBD, Bulawayo City, Bulawayo Town, and put them into book and make them to pay heavy fines, make them to pay a lot of money in the form of fines, massive fines, heavy fines, up to a certain point in time. Then also make a room for them to apply for a proper license, a proper business permit for them to undertake their operations. But now, these officers, these officials have been getting a lot of bribes from some other businesses, from some other business enterprises or business companies or business corporations there in Bulawayo CBD, even others in the Bulawayo residential areas. They've been getting a lot of bribes. Of course, you know what I mean when I say a bribe. That kind of money that you are given for you to do a favor to a company, to a business, to a family business, or whosoever person needs a favor from you, since you are in a position of power, since you're in a position of authority, so you can confer that favor, you can uh, beseech that favor to that business and not to allow it to be closed or to shut down. So they've been getting favors from these enforcement officers, from these enforcement officials in return for money or parcels or packages or gifts from these businesses. So this is the corruption that is happening, or that has been happening in Bulawayo City, Bulawayo Town for a long time, for a very long time. Yes. So the enforcement officials, enforcement officers, it is said that, or it is reported that they're getting rich. Some of them are getting rich. They're getting so wealthy because of this amount of money, because of the things, gifts or substance products that are receiving in exchange of granting a favor to businesses or business companies or business enterprises that are not registered, operating without a license, operating without a business permit, business license, or undertaking operations without a proper validation when it comes to business documentation or business papers. And the enforcement officials, they get money, gifts, parcels, packages, and hence thereby this called corruption that's happening within Bulawayo City Council. And now, as I talk to you, they're on a move, they're on a drive to stop that kind of that kind of corruption. They're on a drive, on a move to stop, to shut down that kind of corruption, to make sure that such officers, such officials, enforcement officials are brought to the book, are brought to the book, and then made to account for their actions, made to suffer, to account for all their actions that they are doing. Yes. So as I talk to you now, as I talk to you now, there's a move again to make sure that the Bulawayo City Council, Bulawayo City Council does not lose money, does not lose money from these activities by the law enforcement officers or by the law enforcement officials that are making them to lose money on these things, or it is called revenue. Yes, when they accept bribes, then they lose money, then they lose revenue. So there's a move, there's a drive to stop this happening within Bulawayo City Council. Yes, that the council must not lose money from the activities, from the actions that are being done or taken by these enforcement officers, enforcement officials. They are depriving the municipality, they're depriving the council of large amounts of money, thousands of dollars, or even to the tune of millions of dollars. When you totalize everything, remember this has been happening for a long time, amounted to years. So this means the value of the money that has been lost, or the revenue that has been lost, can go to the tune of millions of dollars, millions of dollars. When you totalize everything, when you aggregate everything and put it in one figure, in one amount. So they want to stop loss of revenue, loss of money through the shady dealings, unscrupulous dealings of these enforcement officers or these enforcement officials. What do you say about this issue of corruption and losing money, losing revenue by Bulawayo City Council, Bulawayo Town Council? What do you say? What are your thoughts, views, opinions? What came to your mind when I was talking, when I was speaking about this issue? What popped up in your brain when I was commenting on this issue? Drop right type in the comment section. I'm done talking. See you in the next video. Yes.